on me. Won't be long till I'm gone and you all gon' see.
Lil Poppa, born Janarius Wheeler, has died at the age of 25.
He was just Biggie died at 24 and it made me nervous. I just turned the same age a couple days ago.
He was only 25, a young man who survived the same bullets that took his friends, then blew up making millions with Yo Gotti. But no amount of money could fight the war inside his head. Lil Poppa's final tweets hit deep. "I'm scared to go to sleep and I'm lonely, bro. Somebody gonna die." 3 days later, he was gone, found lifeless in Atlanta. What could drive Jacksonville's golden boy to such darkness? He wasn't just some rapper, he was the hope of Duval. Signed under Yo Gotti's CMG label, running up millions of streams, living a dream few could even imagine. But success couldn't drown out the pain he carried. That 2018 shooting that made him famous also left him broken in ways no one could see. To get the real story, you gotta rewind. Back to Jacksonville, a city where violence runs deep and dreams fade fast. There, you either make it out or get caught in the same cycle. Lil Poppa, real name Jerry Mike Willer, fought to escape it all. He moved between his mom's east side home and his grandma's on the west, just trying to survive. His mom kept him in church, trying to save him from the streets. And at just 6 years old, he was already rocking the mic with fire in his voice. Most rappers spend years searching for their purpose. Lil Poppa found his early. His brother Chi-Chi showed him how to move, and Poppa ran with it like he had something to prove. His grandma's house became his safe corner, his escape from the madness, a place to write, dream, and build his sound. But in Jacksonville, peace never lasts. The streets always call your name. When Poppa finally stepped out, his rhymes told the truth about everything he saw, the pain, the losses, the life most people try to forget. He was split between two worlds, his mom's east side home and his grandma's west side block. But no matter where he went, trouble followed. Shootings, arrests, and friends disappearing. He saw it all up close. That pain became his therapy, spilling out through every verse. And even when his health turned against him, battling a blood disease that left him stuck in bed, he didn't quit. He turned his grandma's closet into a studio, recording track after track while sick. That's real hustle. His family believed in him, but couldn't shake the fear. They'd seen too many Jacksonville rappers rise fast and fall faster. Poppa was determined not to be another name on that list. By just 14, he had a video out and the whole city talking. From there, it was non-stop, dropping music, visuals, and proving he was the one to make it out. Lil Poppa's name was catching fire fast. He wasn't just chasing fame, he had real talent and a message that hit deep. Everyone could feel it. This was more than music. But 2018 changed everything. Before the tragedy, you gotta see what kind of storm he was surviving in. Jacksonville's rap scene was wild. No peace, no middle ground. Young Ace, Wappa, and other crews were locked in serious beefs, and every new rapper had to choose a side whether they wanted to or not.
Oh my God, no, serious.
Poppa's crew, Cut Circle, claimed to be all about music and unity, but the streets and cops thought otherwise. They were under the microscope, and tension with another group, Head First, was heating up quick. The crazy part? Poppa and Julio Fulio were actually friends once. They recorded together, building their names side by side, until one random fight at a Foot Locker changed everything. It all started online. People kept comparing them, arguing who was better. Julio jumped in saying he was the top dog, and that's when things spiraled. Julio later gave mixed stories, first saying Poppa sneak dissed him in songs, then that Poppa ran into him acting slick at the mall. One of Poppa's boys even said something about Julio's late brother, 8-Ball, and that moment lit a fuse that couldn't be put out. Everything exploded after that fight, and part of it got caught on camera. You could see Fulio and his crew putting hands on Poppa. It wasn't deadly, but it sparked a fire that never burned out. From that day on, both camps were dissing each other non-stop, turning street beef into rap warfare. It got ugly quick. Poppa went too far when he brought up Julio's late brother, 8-Ball, not just in lyrics, but live on Instagram. That crossed the line. Julio clapped back, throwing shots at Poppa's homie Corbin Johnson, who'd been kidnapped and found dead a year later. Suddenly, the music turned to mourning, pain turned to weapons. Then came another twist. K Shorty from 6 Block jumped in, dissing Poppa's late brother, Lil Lee. He spit, "Smoking on Michi and Lee, and I ain't worried about Gucci, I'm looking for Poppa." The disrespect was unreal. Poppa couldn't hold back. He hit back, mentioning 17-year-old Mandy Wise, who tragically lost her life in what people said was an attempt on K Shorty. The whole thing was spiraling fast. Grief, pride, and pain all wrapped in lyrics. Meanwhile, Poppa was just trying to make it. Imagine chasing your dream with your name in diss tracks and your block filled with danger. Folks were dragging his family, mocking his loss, yet he kept showing up, still recording, still performing, still fighting for his place in the game. That was his everyday reality, chaos and courage side by side. To understand what really broke Lil Poppa, you gotta go back to the moment that made him and shattered him. 2018. Poppa was with his day ones, his brothers since the sandbox, just trying to survive another day in Jacksonville. But fate had something cruel waiting. Reports say it happened fast, a drive-by ambush, bullets flying, windows breaking, panic everywhere. When it was over, the scene was heartbreaking. 2 or 3 of his closest friends were gone, maybe more depending on who you ask. The only thing everyone agreed on, Poppa walked away without a scratch. That fact haunted him. His brothers didn't make it, but he did. His boy CP was one of the victims, and Chevy, who tried to protect him, got hit too. That guilt crushed him. Something in him broke that night, and it never healed. It happened.
They don't. You'll be proud of me, OG. Woke up, read me a Bible verse, got some breakfast in my system, talked to God about it. You know what I'm saying? And he laid it on me. I got one more album, EP, mixtape, whichever one it's gonna be, I got one more. And it's over, I'm going to find my peace.
He started fighting a monster called survivor's guilt. That constant voice whispering, why me? Why am I still here? Why did they die instead? Those questions chased him every single day. Poppa didn't run from the pain. He poured it into his music. He dropped Purple Hearts, and if you listen close, it sounds like a cry for help. When he said, I wonder why them bullets ain't hit me, why they miss me, rather be gone, take me out my misery. It hits different. You can feel every ounce of heartbreak, guilt, and confusion in his voice. Lil Poppa wasn't just mourning, he was living with a wound that never closed, wishing he could have switched places with his brothers. That pain became his shadow, following him everywhere. Lil Poppa wasn't just sad, he was sinking in survivor's guilt, that deep pain of living when your brothers are gone. His track Purple Hearts was pure truth, no filter. When he said, detectives try to frame me, interrogation, they blame me, wish I could take it back to the day that my mama made me, you could hear the darkness taking over. Picture this, you survive a shooting that takes your closest friends, and instead of comfort, you're locked in an interrogation room. Detectives blaming you for the same tragedy that broke you. That was Poppa's reality. Then came that haunting chorus, Purple Heart for them soldiers, brothers gone, fearless. Gotta make it out before they come and kill us. That wasn't a rap line, it was his heart bleeding through the beat. He took trauma and turned it into art. Purple Hearts blew up, racking over 6 million YouTube views. But the fame was twisted, born from pain that never healed. The same song that made him a star forced him to relive the worst night of his life every time he performed. Fans saw the success, not the suffering. Behind the lights and cheers was a man still haunted by loss. Purple Hearts didn't just make people listen, it made them feel. It became the proof that Lil Poppa's gift came from real-life scars, ones that never stopped hurting. By 2019, Lil Poppa was on fire. Big names like Polo G noticed him, and he signed with Rule No. 1 and Interscope Records, a huge win for someone out of Jacksonville. The city celebrated him as proof you could rise from the mud and make it to the top. Then, in April 2022, Yo Gotti made the call. Poppa joined CMG, one of the most powerful labels in the game. CMG had Moneybagg Yo, 42 Dugg, ESTG, a lineup full of hitmakers. When Gotti stamps your name, the world knows you're next up. Gotti saw more than a street rapper. He saw a voice that turned pain into poetry. Poppa's music carried real emotion, real life. He wasn't just rapping for the hood, he was speaking for everyone fighting their demons in silence. Soon, the money and fame came fast. Millions of streams, high-end studios, big features. The same kid who recorded in his grandma's closet was now standing in million-dollar sessions beside industry giants.
I want to give a, T.I.P. Thug and Peace to Lil Poppa, man. My little nigga right there, always supported me, looked up to me, man. Always came to boost it, babe.
According behind the shine, the pain still lived inside him. No amount of fame could heal what happened in 2018. Poppa was still haunted by the guilt, still asking, why me? Why did I live when they didn't? His health battles didn't stop either. The chronic blood disease kept slowing him down, and the fame brought pressure like never before. It wasn't just about passion anymore. Now he had expectations, deadlines, and a label waiting on hits. Lil Poppa was winning on paper, but behind the success was a man still fighting to keep his spirit alive. The fans wanted more, and his team counted on him to deliver. Pressure was sky high, but Poppa kept pushing through the pain. That's when he dropped Under Investigation, a mixtape series that laid everything bare. No filters, no fake stories, just the truth about street life, loss, and survival. His bars hit hard because they were real. People from Jacksonville saw themselves in his music, but even outsiders felt his pain. His honesty reached across worlds, connecting with anyone who'd ever fought through heartbreak or fear. That raw emotion turned him into a voice for the voiceless. Streams shot up, fans grew by the millions, and his name was everywhere. But with all that success came a darker weight. Endless touring, studio time, interviews. The grind never stopped. And for someone already battling inner pain, that pressure hit different. Poppa never shied away from the hard topics. He spoke about losing friends, the guilt of surviving, the loneliness of fame. His songs became mirrors for people fighting their own battles. Outlets like Hip Hop Vibe praised his work, calling it powerful and deeply personal, highlighting how he tackled mental health, grief, and survivor's guilt. That's why fans connected. He was raw, fearless, human. But behind the mic, he was still living that pain for real. His chronic blood disease never went away. Some days, it left him stuck in bed, completely drained. Imagine being one of the hottest young rappers in the game, but waking up too weak to move. That pain and frustration cut deep. And even after fame, the fear from the streets stayed with him. Reports said he lived in constant alert, always watching his back, listening for danger, expecting the next gunshot. Even his lyrics in Purple Hearts echoed that, trapped in a loop of trauma, reliving that 2018 tragedy again and again. Lil Poppa poured his pain into every verse, sleepless nights, anger, and emotions locked inside with no release. He even admitted he couldn't cry anymore, like the tears just ran out after years of losing people he loved. That's what growing up in Jacksonville does. Even with money, your mind never leaves survival mode. Every gunshot brought him back to 2018. Every friend he lost hit harder than the last. The trauma never left. It echoed in his music, interviews, and even online. His Instagram bio said it all. First we're born, next we suffer, then we die. The end.
The beat.
Shout out to T.I.P. Poppa, Thug and Peace, and Poppa. Talented, boy. T.I.P. Poppa, the Duval legend. The Duval legend across the world. YN with Poppa. My daughter, young T.I.P. Poppa.
That wasn't a gimmick. It was raw truth, a reflection of how heavy his thoughts really were, even while he was winning. Then came August 2025. He dropped Almost Normal Again. That title alone said everything. Almost meant he was trying to find peace, but couldn't reach it. He wasn't healed, just fighting to feel okay again. It sounded like a man searching for himself, trying to return to a time before 2018, before loss turned life into survival and success into pressure. He was reaching for calm, but the pain was too deep. And trauma like that doesn't fade. It lingers, growing heavier with time. In the weeks before his passing, his social media told a story no one paid enough attention to. His tweets started turning darker, mixed between music promo and business posts. Small cries hidden in plain sight. Behind the hits and the fame, he was still trapped in his pain, trying to smile through the darkness. Most folks didn't realize how deep Lil Poppa's pain ran until it was too late. His last tweets were haunting. "I'm scared to go to sleep, and I'm lonely, bro." Then, "Is it okay to cry? I never asked for any of this." Another said, "I shed all my tears in the dark." And the one that broke hearts later, "I thought they was loyal, but the jewelry made them judge me. Trust no one. You in heaven or hell. It don't matter. Somebody gonna die." Those weren't song lyrics, they were warning signs. But the internet scrolls fast. People liked, commented, and moved on, never realizing a man was calling out for help in plain sight. Behind the smiles and music clips was someone drowning quietly in his own thoughts. Looking back now, those posts were like puzzle pieces showing the truth. A young man trapped in loneliness and depression while the world saw success. But what confused fans most was how just weeks earlier he looked happier. He posted videos about growth, saying he'd left the streets and was focused on music. He sounded grateful, full of hope, like he was finally healing. But healing isn't simple, it's messy. One day you feel unstoppable, and the next it feels like the walls are closing in. You can have money, fans, and fame, but still feel completely empty inside. Depression doesn't care who you are or how high you've climbed. It hits everyone the same. Lil Poppa's story proved it. A superstar on the outside, but a soul still searching for peace on the inside. Even people who seem to have it all can be fighting silent pain. Then came February 18th, 2026, a date hip-hop will never forget. At 11:23 a.m. in Fulton County, Georgia, Jarius Mike Willer, better known as Lil Poppa, was pronounced dead at just 25 years old. The cause wasn't fully confirmed, but those close to him said it was self-inflicted. Rumors spread fast. Some said it was a gun, others said pills, but the truth stayed the same. A young star who beat the streets couldn't beat his own mind.
I'm finna get out of this bitch, cause y'all negative. On my mama, y'all talking about Lil Poppa on my mama. Like, I'm not even playing on my mama. Oh my God, no, serious. No, oh my God, oh my.
Jacksonville felt the heartbreak again. Fulio gone in 2023, now Poppa in 2026. Two voices silenced by the same pain the city keeps trying to outrun. What hit hardest was how unexpected it was. Poppa wasn't chasing trouble. He was focused on music, healing, and change. That's why his loss hurt so much. He opened up about depression and survivor's guilt, the same things people tell artists to talk about instead of acting out. And still, it wasn't enough. That shows how deep mental pain really runs. His story proves something the game hates to admit. Success doesn't cure sadness. You can win awards, stack plaques, and still wake up empty. Survivor's guilt, chronic illness, and exhaustion. No amount of fame fixes that. Poppa's pain mirrors so many lost too soon. Juice WRLD, Mac Miller, others who fought private battles in public light. But his fight was unique, carrying the guilt of being the one who made it out while his brothers didn't. That kind of burden breaks even the strongest. His death should wake all of us up. We can't keep calling silence strength. When someone says, "I'm lonely," or "I can't sleep," listen, those aren't bars, they're cries for help. Lil Poppa's story isn't just tragedy, it's a call to action. Let's break the cycle, talk openly, and care louder. Vulnerability is power. Rest in peace, Lil Poppa, a voice born from struggle, gone too soon but never forgotten. If this story moved you, drop a comment below, share his legacy, and remind the world, real strength means speaking up, not staying silent.
Go. My past kinda ugly, what tomorrow bring, you never know. I've been through hell and back, even left, I know that the devil. Since fuck my health, only worry about they self. When I'm gone, they gon' probably kill. Shit,
Magic.
probably not.
Man, any young niggas on here right now, it's more to life, man. It's more to life.